I got these new storage bins to organize my art cart. Here's all of the art materials that I currently keep on it. I use these art journals, not because I have a particular preference for them, but because they're the cheapest ones that I could get at Michael's that didn't look too bad. I try and reuse paper towels whenever I'm painting to clean my brushes, and I also keep my pencil sharpener in the small Chinese food container with the lid. I use a variety of paintbrushes, cheap variety packs that you would find at a store. I also use plastic paint palettes, and this glass container actually used to be part of a centerpiece at a party, but now I use it to hold the water that I paint with. I have a couple of Tombow water-based pigment markers and some Sakura Pigma micron and brush markers. I currently use Crayola oil pastels and 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐢𝐬𝐭 expressionist oil pastels, and I use plastic paint palette knives and this old pen to scratch at them. The colored pencils that I use right now are the Prismacolor Premier and the Faber-Castell Classic Colored Pencils. My favorite colored pencil that I use to sketch out my pictures is this Prismacolor Verithin and the color Dahlia. I have a collection of washi tapes that I've got. They come in handy when I'm doing watercolor paintings to both hold down the paper and create a border. I've been enjoying using these acrylic brush markers, especially because they layer nicely with oil pastels. Here are some paintings I did just using the acrylic paint markers and then outlining them in colored pencil. For a while I was using 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐢𝐬𝐭 gouache, but they never layered the way that I wanted them to, so I've just let them dry out and use them more like watercolor now. And I've moved on to trying to use the Arteza acrylic gouache set. They're pretty transparent. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about them. My current watercolor paints are these koi tubes. I do want to look into more watercolor paints in the future and try to get some that are sparkly and glittery. Every now and then I use Liquitex Basics acrylics, and I usually like to mix them with a gesso medium to kind of make more paint in a way. I might lose out on color a bit, but I'm still able to get more out of them this way. I've been continuing to explore using oil pastels as a medium to release and express my emotions, especially when it comes to anger and sadness. I'm still using the method that I did in one of my previous artist vlogs, taking the paper and crushing it up like a stress ball, then using the oil pastels to scribble and dig into the paper, and taking my acrylic paint markers to refine the details of my image. I continued trying to use the 𝘊𝘪𝑗𝐸 acrylic gouache. Like I said earlier, I have issues with them going down too transparent. So I tried alternating between using the paint straight out of the tube and doing multiple layers, and with mixing them with water for a more watercolor effect. I don't like the way these flowers turned out. I think I could have added more saturated layers to the petals. I was gifted some beautiful pink tulips that I paired with these yellow carnations. As much as I keep trying to work with acrylic gouache, I kept getting frustrated with it. I decided to give it a break and go back to working with more watercolors. I tested out some different layering techniques between the watercolor and my colored pencils, and also trying to figure out an outlining method to go with it. I prefer the 𝘂𝑃𝐻𝑒 style when I'm working with watercolor, and in general when I'm just sketching out and practicing drawing. They have a smoother finish that I really enjoy. being able to go from light to saturated is great. And then using colored pencils to blend the transitions, add more color, outline, and emphasize the lines that watercolor leaves when it dries. I don't try to copy my reference pictures exactly. I'm more so focused on capturing and emphasizing what stands out to me and the overall vibe I get from the picture. I also listen to DJ sets while I work on art. Here's some I've been listening to. All videos linked below. Thanks for watching, and I hope you had a good spring.